Hi everyone, welcome back to the Naio Nails channel. Come and create these Spongebob Valentine's Day nails with me. First of all, I'm going in with a layer of cashmere, popping that all over the nail and then popping it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in with cashmere and summer sky, and I'm going to layer these on top of each other on a sponge. This is a great way to create an ombre effect if you don't have an airbrush or an ombre brush. Making sure you really put a lot of product onto that sponge. With it being a sponge, it will soak up quite a lot of it. And now we're going to dab it all over the nail. And this is going to give us our ombre effect. Before popping that in the lamp, we're going to go over and put a layer of crystal clear on. This just gives it a bit of texture, so when we do our next dab of the sponge, the gel polish has really got something to grip to, and it'll really give us that seamless blend in the ombre. Back in again with the sponge and those same colours. And you can do this process as many times as you feel you need to until you're happy with how it looks. Now I'm just going to give any excess clear acrylic powder a dust off with a brush. Now that I'm happy with my ombre, I'm going to go in with the matte top coat. This is just going to seal in all that design we've just done, ready for us to start painting on top. Now I'm taking Prima, which is a lovely pink colour, and I'm just going to be drawing and mapping out the shape of Gary the Snail's shell. Taking that same colour and just drawing and filling in all the rest of his shell. I am also going to be going in with a second layer just to make sure it's nice and opaque. Once I'm happy with that, we're going to pop it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Now I'm going in with blue reflection, and this is going to be Gary's little body part. So again, I'm just going in and mapping out a rough shape of what I want it to be. And once I'm happy with the shape, I'm then going to go in with the same colour and just fill all the lines in. Can't forget his little stalks that his eyeballs are going to sit on. Now I'm just taking Perfect Pistachio, and this is going to act as like a shadow underneath his body, just to give it a little bit of depth. Now on a palette, I'm just taking Snow White and our loose pigment powders that are actually glow in the dark, and I'm just going to take that yellow and mix it in with the Snow White. This is going to give us the perfect light yellow eyeball colour for Gary the Snail, and then you'll get a nice little surprise at the end when it glows in the dark. I'm just taking my time to draw his first eye, making sure it's nice and round on all sides. And then his second eye is slightly joining onto his first eye. Again, making sure that's a nice round shape and filling it in. Once you're happy with them, pop them straight into your lamp for 60 seconds. Here I am just going in with the second layer. And now I'm going in again with our colour Prima. And on the dotting tool, we're just creating his coloured part of his eyes. Taking Jar of Hearts. And I'm going to go from the outer corner of his shell And I'm just going to drag this colour up, and it's going to be like a little swirl, and this is the pattern on Gary The Snail shell. I'm just taking my time with this, doing bit by bit to make sure it's the perfect shape. And off he goes into the lamp. And now I'm taking Periwinkle, and with a dotting tool I'm just creating some more oval shaped rather than circular round dots around his shell. Now I'm going to top coat this just to seal it all in. I'm going to go back in with jar of hearts and a dotting tool, and we're going to add the little Valentine's Day touch to this set of nails by creating some hearts. Just dragging both of those ends of those little dots down with a liner brush, and then when I'm happy with the shape, I'm filling it in with that same colour. Now I'm taking Serious Black, and this is going to be for all our detailed outline work. So I'm starting off with his little eye stalks again, and just outlining those. And this is the part where the design really comes together. So once you've outlined everything, you can really see all the details and everything of our little character. I'm going to be outlining pretty much everything, so his eyes, his body, his shell. Now I'm just taking a top coat and going over that whole nail. I'm going to pop it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Don't forget to make sure you head over and watch part 2 to watch me paint Gary the Snail's girlfriend, Mary. Thank you for watching. Bye!